Tesla Q4 2020 earnings recap and analysis. Okay, guys, so amidst all of the headlines surrounding GameStop and AMC, let's talk a little bit about Tesla here because I know a lot of you guys have been following my channel since last year in March and April when I said Tesla was a strong buy, and we're still up a ton. Ever since I started talking about Tesla stocks. So we're still up over around 700% ever since that March dip back there. And I didn't think Tesla reported a bad quarter, although the stock did sell off a bit during after hours and pre-market trading. But the interesting thing is that we're still holding a pretty strong support level of around, I would say, $800 or something like that. So I think all of the long-term investors are definitely going to stick into the stock. So let's check out a little bit more about that earnings report. Before I get into the video, guys, I want to remind you guys to check out Webull and get your 4 free stocks, guys. So all you have to do is sign up for a Webull account, open a brokerage account, deposit at least $100, guys, and you receive 4 free stocks, each valued up to $1,600. And why this is so important, a lot of these brokerages like TD Ameritrade and Charles Schwab and stuff, they're starting to put regulations on your trading, guys, because they're worried about retail investors like you and me causing massive losses for these hedge fund and short sellers. So Webull hasn't really said that they're putting any limits on anyone's account. You can trade margin and all those things, and it just seems like Webull is an awesome deal, and they give you free stock as well. So let's get into the video, guys. So as I mentioned, Tesla reported Q4 2020 earnings, and I think the report was basically, obviously, they didn't really exceed Wall Street's expectations, but overall is a good report. So the company was profitable. They increased deliveries, record revenue, record deliveries, record profits. It was the first profitable year as a company. So let's take a look at that report a little bit more. So as you can see here, you can check out all of this information yourself on Tesla's website. Just go to tesla.com and go to the RIR. So as you can see here, some of the highlights. Operating cash flow was $2.8 billion in 2020. Free cash flow was $1.9 billion in Q4, so that's awesome. Once again, positive income as well, and those key operation metrics. So just under 500,000 vehicles produced in 2020. They ramped up the Model Y production in China in December 2020, and they're updating the Model S and the Model X, guys. So basically, obviously it was kind of a tough, it was a tough year for a lot of EV makers, I think, because, Tesla could have obviously produced more vehicles, but they had those factory closures during that mandatory lockdown period, like back in April or something like that. So that kind of kept the numbers temporarily lower. Obviously, they would have delivered more vehicles. But the good thing is that, we're kind of dealing, things should be moving forward quite nicely. So if we take a look at the Tesla, one of the things that I try to really conceptualize when I'm looking at Tesla stock is I really try to focus on a couple of metrics, like mainly revenue and deliveries. So I know that the net income can fluctuate and things like that, and Tesla's making the bulk of their profits selling those regulatory credits. But as long as the company continues to deliver more vehicles and basically delight its customers, so taking kind of stealing something from Jeff Bezos, Jeff Bezos became the richest guy in the world by basically using Amazon not just as an e-commerce business, but as a way to delight their customers. And that just looks like what Tesla's doing. They're delighting their customers. People are excited about their cars, their vehicles. They're excited about their solar panels. And then they go out and tell their friends and their friends see how happy people are with their Tesla car. And then they go out and buy one. And then it's kind of like this domino effect. So that's what we're looking at when we're looking at Tesla. We're just looking at them to continuously delight the customer and to basically make their customer happy. So as you can see here, total revenue was up 46% year over year. So these are awesome numbers, guys. So right now, the numbers look great. Obviously we'd like to see more profit and things like that, but we realize that there's going to be ebbs and flows and things like that. But the good thing is that long term, everything is moving in the right direction. So as you can see here, if we take a look here, this was the first profitable year in terms of earnings per share after a lot of basically loss leading years, and that means that things are really moving in the right direction, guys. So I think a lot of people are going to be piling into the stock. They announced the launch of the Semi in 2021. The Cybertruck is coming soon. Just a lot of headwinds. The Chinese factory should be ramping up production in 2021. The Europe factory should be, ramping up as well. So I expect probably around 750,000 to 800,000 vehicle deliveries in 2021. So that gives us probably around 2 to 3x upside in the stock. And seeing that the stock didn't really sell off that much, like it just shook out a few people who probably sold their shares to probably move their money to buy something like GameStop or something like that. I don't think it affects us long-term shareholders that much. So another interesting thing that I noticed about this report is we can really see the transition of people buying those cheaper vehicles. So the deliveries and the production for the Model 3 and the Model Y are really ramping up as compared to those more expensive Model S and Model X deliveries. And that's a great sign because we knew that that was eventually going to happen, especially where a lot of people are just financially tight and don't have a lot of money to buy the kind of the upscale Tesla. It's nice to see those cheaper Teslas deliver, and that's becoming a more and more popular buy for consumers. And if Elon Musk can really lower the cost of the battery, he can get the vehicles down to maybe like $25,000. From its current price point, which is usually northwards of 30,000. I think we're going to see a much bigger explosion and just deliveries and things like that. And more people are going to find Tesla a more realistic buy. Kind of like what Apple did with the iPhone SE. So, for years, Apple had a really expensive iPhone, which is basically like $1,000. And with the Apple SE, they came in with like a $400 smartphone to kind of take away market share from Android. So I think that's really smart. And also another thing to take a look at is the supercharger stations, guys. So this is another place. If you guys are looking for EV charging station stocks, you can actually buy Tesla. It's kind of like a solar energy company, an EV car company, and a EV charging station company all rolled into one. And we can see here they increased their supercharger stations substantially. So now over 2,500 for the first time. So really excellent. You see Tesla kind of it's just nice to watch this company really grow. So here are a couple of the tailwinds in the future. So, a lot of people are saying the stock is so expensive, but Tesla's just getting started. They have so many other vehicles in the pipeline. And I'm really excited about these two, the Cybertruck and the Tesla Semi, guys. So these two products should really crush it, especially that Cyber, knowing that, SUVs are really, really popular in North America. Once that Cybertruck comes out, I think you're going to see a lot of people excited about that. And I believe last time I checked, they had over 700,000 pre-orders for the Cybertruck. So that's just absolutely phenomenal. So like I said, if you're buying Tesla stock now, you're basically still getting in probably more like the second inning. So last year with the 700% run up, that was like the first inning. But now it's still early, I think. I still think there's a lot of upside in the stock. So let's go over a little bit more of the report. So as you can see here, Tesla also has the opportunity to make a ton of money off their autopilot system and their autopilot full self-driving, which they sell separately. So they're basically working on making that better. And that's another kind of revenue generator, because not everyone's going to sign up for the autopilot, but they will, and it's an extra fee. And as you can see here, with their solar deployments, they keep increasing that. So it's been really nice to see the solar business take off as well. It's a lot slower than obviously the EV business, but it's another way that Tesla's basically a diversified energy company. And I wouldn't be surprised if Tesla basically became the most valuable company in the world in the next couple of years. So here's some pictures, guys, of the Model S. Here's some interior pictures, and here's the Model S there. And then here's the Shanghai Gigafactory. Some more interesting pictures, guys. So really nice to see things coming together. Here we have the Berlin factory. So, one of the reasons I also like Tesla is that they're really smart. They make the factory actually in the country they plan to sell the cars. So not only are they just, obviously delivering the cars makes it a lot easier, but they're providing jobs for the local economy. So that's really good as well. And as we can see here, take a look at these key metrics. Everything is just moving up. So deliveries moving up, operating cash flow and free cash flow moving up, and net income moving up. So everything is just going up, and that's what we want to see. As you can see here, over the last trailing 12 months, same result, just everything's improving. So, obviously, guys, I know a lot of people would have liked to seen more profit, but Tesla, is doing great. They have a ton of cash on their balance sheet, just under 20 billion, have 19 billion in cash. It was a great quarter for me. So I don't really see any reasons to sell the stock. I'm just going to hold on to the stock. I could actually probably buy some more on the dip, and I'll be looking into this, guys. So what do I think Tesla is going in the future? Well, I still think it's going to $1,000. Obviously, the Wall Street didn't really like this report, but long-term shareholders in Tesla, they're not going anywhere. Things are only going to get better in 2021. I still think Tesla can hit the $1,000 per share. Probably within the next month or two, we're going to see a lot more news developments. And Elon Musk, the Musk effect, guys, anything he tweets about turns to gold. He tweeted about GameStop, and the stock went over 100% after he tweeted about it. He tweeted about Signal, and basically millions of people went to download Signal app over WhatsApp. So, like I said, guys, he also tweeted about Etsy, sent that stock up through the roof. So, Tesla's doing good. I think this is a nice dip buying opportunity if you want to add some more shares to your position. And we could see $1,000 or $1,500 by the end of the year. So obviously, probably won't have another 700% gain, but Tesla's in the S&P 500 now, and the company's really, really, really doing some great things. So all systems go. So that's it until next time, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please smash the like button. You enjoy my content, and subscribe to my channel for more videos on Tesla and other EV stocks. Be sure to check out my daily stock watch newsletter. I post that every Monday through Friday, and sign up to my private Discord chat. Talk more about EV stocks like this. Just until next time, guys. Take care.